Hey gang, welcome to an all-new episode of Duvall's Collection Expansion Extravaganza right here on ToyWorldOrder.com. And of course, your hosts, I'm Jason Duvall. This is my lovely wife, Carrie Duvall.
Hi, and good job. You got through that whole beginning with no stuttering or messing up. Wow.
That's probably it, gang. That's as good as it gets.
Wow.
It doesn't get any better than that, and it's all downhill from here. So, yeah. So Carrie and I have been, I say Carrie and I have been buying. It's true. No, don't listen to her. She's
So the packages that show up in the mail every other day are with my name on them?
You got Happy Meal toys today from our good buddy Neil.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that said Jason Duvall on the package.
It did. They were for us, though.
Okay, so one package out of 50 had something in it for me.
Gonna say.
So we are now buying stuff you are. But if you weren't, we wouldn't have the show.
That's true. There would be a show. Technically, now the buying is to support the show.
Oh, no, it's to support your habit.
Okay, well, the show is here to support my habit. We've got some cool stuff for you today. And usually Carrie and I get things ready, but I figured we'd just wing a couple things here because there is quite a bit.
Let's just grab some stuff.
Okay.
Let's do.
Okay.
Since we love the Muppets.
We'll start that. Let's start with this. Carrie and I were at a flea market in Belleville, Illinois. And we usually go to that maybe once a year, and it's a pretty large flea market. But 9 times out of 10, we really don't find a whole lot of things. Usually we're in St. Louis anyway on the day it's happening, so we just go there because it's right outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Well, this time we happened upon a heirloom ornament collection, which I don't even know where they sell. It's an American Greetings. I don't even know where they sell American Greetings
yeah, it's not
ornaments anymore.
It's not a Hallmark thing, I don't think.
But this really cool heirloom 50th anniversary Kermit's Time to Celebrate musical. And Carrie saw this.
I only bought it because it was only $5.
Yes, it was. It was only $5.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But we love the Muppets, and
He's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Look at him. I mean, it's a really nice little ornament.
Doesn't he make noise or something?
He does. Wait.
Plays part of Rainbow Connection. It's loud too. Sing it, Duvall. Okay, we don't have to play the whole song. Before we do. Yeah, cute.
It doesn't stop.
Oh.
It goes until it stops.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Okay, so
it's a neat little ornament, and it's very nicely sculpted on both sides. It's a very good representation of Kermit the Frog, and we love Muppets, so that's why Carrie was like, "It's $5. We're buying this."
Yeah.
Goodbye, Carrie Ann.
I know, right?
Goodbye.
So I guess I am buying toys.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Give me those puzzles. Let's talk about those puzzles.
All right.
Let's talk about those puzzles. Uno puzzle. A dos puzzle. Cuatro.
No. Tres.
I don't know my Spanish very well.
Cuatro.
See, I was close. These come from we talked about, I think one of the last couple episodes we talked about at the estate sale we went to
The
in
one
Missouri.
that we woke up at 2:30 in the morning to go to. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I found these in the garage amongst a number of other items. There was just a whole stack of licensed kids puzzles from the 80s. And everything in the garage, to some degree. Stuff in the driveway was $1, which we talked about. Most of the stuff in the garage was like $1.
Yeah.
Unless it was marked. And these were all $1. And I grabbed the whole stack and walked out of there with them. And was like, I don't even care. I'm buying them all.
Yeah, we ended up with some extras.
A couple of them.
But that's fine. They made good gifts to give your friends.
Yep. But I found a few Ghostbusters ones. I found, put that one down. I'll show this one.
Apparently this is your show.
Wow. I found this one with Ray and Slimer hiding under the table shooting after this purple ghost, which is kind of neat. I found this one with Ray and Winston, and Winston is firing at the ghosts and, well, getting a close call with Ray there, and Slimer just can't believe it. And this one with Egon and Peter, with Slimer again scared to death. Pretty interesting little puzzles.
All the pieces were there,
All the pieces were there, and this was the lady that the puzzles inside were marked. Said it had 109 pieces, but they're only 100-piece puzzles.
Yeah, we're not quite sure what.
Yeah, not entirely sure.
There weren't 109 pieces in there.
No,
so,
no. And as you can see, I came home and put them all together.
Yeah.
Which is why they're kind of folded up in the box. But I came home, put them all together, and made sure they were all there. The fourth one, of course, is no surprise to anyone, was this very cool little My Little Pony puzzle. Look at it, it's so cute. They're chilling out, they got their little workout stuff on, and their little sun hats, and his little key cat with a necklace on. Yeah.
They're working out? Is that
One of them's got roller skates on.
Oh.
Yeah. Very 80s.
That is cute. She's
Very,
got
very
leg
80s.
warmers on.
I know, right? So, of course, like I said, I grabbed the whole stack, couldn't pass them up, had to have them. I was like, well, they're $1. Whether they're all here or not, I don't care. And then, of course, when we got them home, they were all individually Ziploc bagged with all the piece counts. So she actually did, make an effort to go through and count all the pieces and make sure they were all there. So, very cool little find. Very happy with not much of a puzzle guy, but licensed stuff again,
I don't know. We've gotten quite the collection going.
Yeah, quite a few puzzles. Quite a few more, too, that we haven't shown yet that we'll show in later episodes. But
we've been coming across them a lot lately.
When we find them, and I'll sit down on the floor. She can attest to this, as can Dave Draper.
Yeah.
I will sit down on the ground and I will count out the pieces to make sure all the pieces are there.
I refuse to bring home a puzzle that doesn't have all the pieces in it, unless the box art is just so amazing and it's something he really wants. But normally, if it's missing pieces, it's not worth it. Because eventually we want to put them together and frame them and hang them somewhere.
Yeah, we'll find a home for them. I just bought a huge My Little Pony collection that she's trying to figure out where are you going to put that. Find a home for it. I'll find a home for it.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be showing that on a later episode of Collection Expansion Extravaganza. With Carrie looking...
It's dangerous back here.
No, it's not that dangerous.
I know, but I have to support myself to get through the... Should we do...
Let's do... Yeah, give me that. Give me the Muppet thing back there. We'll do that. Check these out. These are pretty cool. These are pretty neat.
Oh.
This came from a Third Sunday excursion with me and Dave Draper. I don't see a whole lot of Get Along Gang stuff very often.
And you know what? The other Get Along Gang figures that we have, we've got from Third Sunday. That
I showed on this, we're from Third Sunday.
Third Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
This actually was a wind-up, and this is an opener because the bubble is separating.
The
card's kind of beat up. But it's a Montgomery Good News Moose racing his wagon. And this was, I think they wanted like $5. I think I talked him down to I'm like, would you take $2.50 for it? Because the card's beat up, the bubbles...
It's going to end up being a loose figure,
The bubble's separating, but...
That's pretty cute.
It's a very, very cute little wind-up.
Collect all three. There's a zipper cat on a tricycle and a...
Dottie dog.
On skates.
And that's what he does. He rolls around in a circle like that. Look at him go.
That's pretty cute.
That's it. He just goes in a circle. He doesn't do anything else. His little leg moves while he's wound up. I try not to buy wind-ups a lot because 9 times out of 10 the wind-up functions are broke. They've been overwound. You can't fix them. I mean, you could take them apart and try. And I've tried to fix one of these wind-ups before and failed miserably. So unless you're a watchmaker, don't bother. But if I find them in a package like this, 9 times out of 10 you get really lucky and they work right out of the package. So, and then other times you find stuff like I found Rambo figures right out of the package that their backpacks don't work. They've been in a package for 30 years and the springs are oversprung somehow. So no idea how that happens. But Montgomery Good News Moose.
And
I couldn't get it out.
There's
the downward spiral, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts going downhill from here. Yeah, so again, Get Along Gang stuff. We don't really see a whole lot of it.
No, we don't. We don't have a lot of.
No, we've got a little bit, but nothing too much. And then this actually came from the latest excursion out to Fred's, our buddy Fred's. And this card, this will probably get open because this card's really beat up. But I may keep the backer card just because. This was in a box of stuff that myself, Pixel Dan, and Dave Draper were digging through, and I happened across this. And I actually have a Ralph, but the one I have is from when I was a child. And 9 times out of 10, when you find these Fisher-Price Muppet Show figures, you know, this one, of course, is on card. And again, the card is really, really beat up. It's separating. You know, when we find these, we never find them with the sticks. The sticks are gone.
Well, and I didn't even know that they were stick puppets until like a month ago.
Yeah.
When the piggy on the back of the card, we have.
Yeah, it is a finger
and
puppet
I
too.
did not know that it was with part of this
Yeah.
stuff, so.
But these were done in '79, so a couple years
Wow.
after I was born. Yep.
Wow.
I still have the Rolf I had from when I was that young.
Yeah, but no-
He is beat up. The Rolf I have is his face is almost gone. It's just there's no paint left on it hardly at all.
Well, you gotta keep it though.
Oh, I will. I'll keep it. But this one's going to go in there as well with the little little puppet stick.
Yeah.
But this was a fun find at Fred's house. He had $3 on it. He's been doing a great thing for us and cutting us deals on a lot of stuff because when we go, we buy a lot. 'Cause
Yes. Like trunk loads of stuff.
Yeah, a
People,
lot
let me
of
tell
stuff.
you.
So I think I got him for
I need to
$1.50.
go with you next time.
Yeah.
Because you said there's still more stuff to dig through.
Oh yeah, well I think we've dug through everything, but there's stuff there that she would probably enjoy, and there's stuff there that I need to go back and pick up because there's stuff that I left because I was like, I'll come back for it. Tons of McDonald's and Happy Meal toys, 2 big boxes full. So this was a really neat find though, and I was very happy to find this because again, very rarely do you find them on the card, even though like I said this card's beat up.
That's alright.
9 times out of 10 you never see the sticks, and the figures themselves are beat all to hell. I did get a tweet the day before we filmed this from our good buddy William West.
Yeah, he sent us a bunch of stuff
William
once.
West. He sent me a tweet with a picture of the animal from this, and he goes, "Did I dream this,
Did
or
they
did
have
you need
the
this?"
animal?
Yeah.
Because the back only shows a Kermit and a piggy.
We have Fozzie,
Uh-huh.
we have Rolf, we
Uh-huh.
have Scooter, we have Gonzo,
Oh.
we have Piggy. We're
they go
missing
with
Kermit
this
and Animal.
group?
Mhm.
Well, after this episode's filmed, you have to show me, because all
Yeah.
I know is the piggy.
Yeah, so we'll hopefully William will get back to me and we'll have an animal
Yes,
in our
because
collection.
Animal's my favorite.
Animal is Carrie's favorite. That's one I'm missing, and Kermit. So almost
That's
have
nice.
the whole set of Fisher Price Muppets. Yeah, very nice, very cool of him. Thank you, William.
No, you did not dream that.
No, it's true. So very cool. Let's move on to some action
Oh,
figures.
God.
Hi, hats collide. This is why we can't kiss each other when we're in hats, because we're like,
Yeah, that's the reason why. Maybe it's because I don't like you. I was kidding.
It's probably
You grab the
true.
next stuff.
All right. Let
Well,
me see.
speaking of animal,
Yeah. Well,
all kinds of stuff back here. Trust me, there's toys here. Oh.
we got some cool action figures for you. We'll start with one of my current favorites and something I've been buying more of as I see them, which is Kenner's Police Academy line.
I know who this is.
Do you?
Well,
Well, it's not who it is.
Oh, never mind.
But I found Eugene Tackleberry, and then the vest and the guns were actually from our good buddy Brent Scriano in his store.
Right, that would be one of the packages that we received recently.
Yep. It's kind of been helpful to visit the Blue Jay stores of our friends because 9 times out of 10, if I pick up a figure, I can go there and 9 times out of 10 they have the accessories for a really good price, for like, $1, $2, and then they always cut me a good deal on shipping. So Eugene Tackleberry, who he's missing a gun, he's missing a tiny gun, but he had this great, he squeezes his legs and he raises both arms.
Uh-oh.
He raises both arms because Tackleberry was the gun nut.
Okay, now do you want to guess who I thought this was?
You thought he was a conehead.
No.
No? Then I have no idea.
Well, I don't want to tell you because now I'm embarrassed.
No,
But
go ahead, tell me
thought it
and
was-
tell the viewers.
I thought it was the guy from the Goonies.
You thought it was Sloth.
Yeah, except his face isn't.
No.
No, but he kind of looks like it. Come on, people.
OMG. Oh my god.
Oh my god, sorry.
So, and this one,
It's fun.
you'll forgive me if I cannot remember his name, but
Well, see?
I know. He's missing, there were 2 headpieces. He had like a hammer and a drill that went on his head that attached.
Is he from Police Academy?
He is from Police Academy.
What
so when
is
you,
he?
But he's just one of the bad guys, and I cannot remember his
okay.
name for the life of me. But you squeeze his arm, and his head pops up. Doop, 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 doop. I love the Police Academy line. I love these old lines from Kenner because they're so funky and so goofy. Like Tackleberry's got a bobblehead, so when you squeeze his arms, his head shakes like he's firing like. So he's, this whole line is really neat. Little goggles that swing down over his face. Police Academy line. great line, and I'm slowly getting closer to pretty much having every figure. Which is cool because this is another one of those short-lived lines. Although the last couple figures are hard to find, and there was a mail-away figure that every once in a while shows up on eBay, and I've seen them go for as low as $75 and as much as $500.
Are you serious?
Yep,
Wow.
he was very hard because people did not buy this line at all.
Well, and mail-aways aren't. People are lazy
Yes,
and don't
that
want to
too.
mail away for stuff,
That
so
too.
there probably aren't very many out there.
And then I found some cool Ghostbuster figures. I found Fright Features Ray Stantz. When you squeeze his arm, his
I want to see.
head pops up and his ears pop out.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Don't have his gun. I've got his ghost, thanks to Brett Scrano. I've got the ghost for this Ray, but I do not have his gun. And on a further update, my Ghostbusters Firehouse is complete. My $3 Ghostbusters Firehouse has been
Now,
completed.
but how much did it cost you to complete it?
$30 more.
So it's $33.
$33.
Still good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, not a bad deal. I'm happy with it. I've completed it. It's happy days for me.
Until you find something else you want to complete, and then we'll
Oh,
start over.
there's plenty. There's plenty.
Oh.
Yeah. But I found Ray Stantz. He's cool. And then I found one of the. I cannot remember this haunted human. I cannot remember his name. He was like a
His
lumberjack.
legs are like
Oh wait.
welded
Hold
together.
on. I'll show you why.
Oh.
You would turn his head, push his head in, and that brings out the face. And then by raising his arms and pulling his feet out,
Oh. Oh.
his wings pop out, so he can be like. "Brrrr."
I see.
That's my ghost. I love the haunted human stuff. The only thing I'm missing now, I'm missing. There was one called Touchdown Tackle, I think is his name. He's the football player, and I'm missing him for the haunted humans. And then I have all the haunted humans. I'm missing his pickaxe, though. He came with a little pickaxe, and of course, surprise, surprise, it gets lost easily. So I'm hoping one day on some of the groups on Facebook that I'm a member of, that somebody will pop up and that pickaxe will be in their little pictures for like identification.
Oh, right. And you'd be like, oh, I know what that is and I need it.
Yep. Which is what we do on those groups. Action figure stuff, you know, I love the stuff that we've been finding lately. There's been a lot of really cool, really great finds that we've been coming across action figure wise. And we might find some more stuff this weekend because we're getting ready to, and the weekend we filmed this, you probably won't see this for months. Sorry. But, because there's like, at the time of this recording, there's like 9 or 10 episodes sitting on my computer that have not been shown yet. So,
We're only filming all this stuff because
It's
the
starting
only
to
way
stack.
yes, and I'm like, we need to film some so we can put the toys away.
That's right, but Carrie and I are on a vacation and we're going to Chicago, and
Woo, woo, woo.
there are a series of antique malls across the street from the place we're going. So yeah, happy day for us. Let's show a couple more things here. Actually, show one more action figure thing here, and we'll move on. We'll finish out with some board games. Well,
Because we had like 100.
yeah, well, we might show a couple stuffed animals too.
Okay.
One of the other things that came from Fred's digging through a box, which is kind of funny because Dan and I actually fought over the contents of this box. He had been looking at one box. One box was just labeled toys. The other one wasn't labeled at all. And the box that was labeled toys, when you open the box, it wasn't anything great. It was like some random cars and a few other things. The box underneath it was the one that I grabbed, and when Dan closed the lid and turned around and put it away, I had opened that, and this was the first thing that was in there. Was a sealed hook attack raft for the Lost Boys, and this is a very pretty hard piece to
so
get.
you have to explain to me why it's so. What is it?
It is a floating attack raft for the movie Hook, for the figures for that line, from Mattel. And it was one of the last pieces to be released in the line. While it was supposed to come out for the first series, I don't think it actually saw a store shelf until the second series started to hit very randomly, because this was one of those very hard items to find. And for the longest time, and I think it's come down a little bit in price, but the longest time, this was a very expensive item. This was like a $100 item, mint in box, yeah.
Now, what's in it? Just the raft, not the other stuff that's in the picture, right?
Yeah, just the raft.
Do you have this other stuff?
I have a couple of the Lost Boys. Yeah, as you can see, it's just, it's rather large once it's all together. It's all in pieces in here.
You can play with it in the tub.
You can play with it in the tub. It does float. This was really neat.
I would die.
If I was in the tub just playing with it.
If I was like, what are you doing back there? And then walk
Playing
around,
with my
you got
truck.
bubbles,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Maybe one day it will happen. Maybe one day it will happen.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. I would just be like, it's another day in our house.
But this again came from our buddy Fred's house, and I think I paid. I think he ended up just quoting me $5 on it. So,
wow,
which is a really good deal. Kind of happy with this though. I'm probably not going to open it.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Oh, so you're not going to play with it in the tub?
No, probably
okay,
not.
Never mind.
So that won't happen.
Darn, there'll be no videos of Jason playing with toys in the tub.
Sorry to disappoint all of you. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to open this. This is probably going to stay in the box and just hang out on the shelf because it's a nice display piece as it is. I'm very happy with finding it.
Yeah.
Very happy. Yeah. Kind of wanted one when I was younger, when this movie came out, and could never find it. I wouldn't know why, but now that I have one, I'm just like, I have one. Let's see what else is next then. What else can I find? I got one more big thing that I've kind of been wanting to get out of the way for a while. That's been sitting. For the very first time, we went and visited our friend Fred, and it was a box.
Oh, thank God, this stuff.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get you to get rid of this stuff for months.
Years ago, I found this guy in a corner of his shed, just sitting there. Was like, holy crap! There's a $4 tag on it. I got it for $2, and it was the Robotics set.
Okay, now.
Robotics R1500
Here's me
set.
being stupid.
Sure.
What is it? It looks like Lego stuff.
No,
Kind of.
Kinda. It's not though. Robotics was a Milton Bradley creation.
Oh, it comes with a remote.
Yep.
Okay.
Robotics was a Milton Bradley creation. That this was Bront, the Protecton all-terrain crawler. This was one of the larger of the three, one of the 3 or 4 larger sets, I think. What's surprising about this is they still make robotics, while Milton Bradley does not hold the license anymore. They sold the license to a learning company that still produces these for schools around the country. So science classes
I can understand that, because look at it.
Have discount packages available for these same kind of toys, and the figures are still the same, a lot of the parts are still the same, the motors are still made the same way, the colors are a little different, but they still make this toy today. And I know this because I've had to order a couple of pieces from their website.
I was going to ask you, like, finding these things opened, I bet you never find them with all the pieces. Look at all these little pieces.
There were a couple pieces missing out of this, and I ordered them off the robotics site, and I mean, the sucky thing is, it was like each piece was 75 cents, but shipping was $13.
Wow.
So it was like, well, it's either I do this or I try to find them on eBay, and he couldn't find the pieces on eBay. So I was like, well,
yeah,
I guess I'm spending $13 shipping. That sucks for 2 tiny little pieces. But
still $13 and $2 that you spent on the actual thing.
Yeah, so $15 isn't bad. Very cool though.
Are you gonna actually put that together?
Well, that's
when did you
question.
do this?
This has been done for a long time.
I thought all this was in a bag.
No.
Oh, never mind.
This is the gun that you knocked off last time we were down here.
Oh, I didn't know you put it together already.
Yeah. So this is the actual crawler.
Neat.
And you said, oh, it has a remote?
Yeah.
It goes forward and backwards.
That's kind of neat. That's something
you can control it.
Kid really like it.
Yeah. You can do this with it. Yeah. How neat is that? I'm just gonna tip forward here and say much. Pretty cool.
That's neat. Is it a tool you can actually play with?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can use these motors and rebuild these in any way that you can imagine. Of course, which is the whole.
Going here?
No, it's just the way it's built. That was the fun thing about the robotics sets, is that they really did force you to use your imagination when putting together these sets. And I hope no one can see all the cat hair floating, because that's been sitting down there for some time. Apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you have 2 cats and 2 dogs. Very cool set though. The little figures weren't much to look at really. The faces weren't painted. They were kind of sculpted. What's neat is like the backs of the feet they have little like zippers sculpted into their pants, which is kind of cool. This really was a fun line in the 80s. I remember when this came out, I remember wanting some, never getting them. Oops.
How much did these cost back then? I would think this would have been an expensive toy. It went over here.
That's the other problem with them, is that I don't know where that snapped off of, but it doesn't look like it broke anything major. But problem is that these pieces, that's where it came off of. The plastic on these old robotic sets are super fragile.
As you can see, we just broke it.
Well, I've broken one other set too that I have that I actually knocked over, and it simply just fell over on itself, and 3 of the pieces just shattered. So that's kind of the sad thing, is that these robotic sets are very fragile at this point. The plastic used in these sets are very fragile, and that sucks because these pieces lock together really tight. And once you, like, I knew I wanted to put together the main creation on the box, and I was like, well, once it's together, it's staying together because it ain't coming apart because it will break. I can't. It's one of the few lines that I really don't recommend you collecting unless you just really admire them like I do.
I've never heard you say that before.
And I say that because they're so hard to find, and they're so hard to complete, and they're so hard to take care of because you literally, like, I just barely moved that and a little piece snapped off, and I don't even know where it snapped off of.
But you didn't answer, was this an expensive toy back then?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
They were like, I think these were like 40 or 50 bucks back in the 80s. The large ones and the smaller ones were, I mean, they were expensive because they used motors. At the time, the motors were, you know, technologically advanced for the most part. So I really do like the robotics line of stuff, though. It is fun. I've got a few sets. Like I said, I don't know if it's something I'll be finding more of.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
This is kind of, I don't really like, I mean, it's neat, but...
Yeah, it's cool, but it's not something you really want to, like I said, start collecting unless you just really admire them. And I found pretty much the few sets that I really liked and really wanted. Kind of the same thing with like the Legions of Power stuff I showed on an early episode of Flea Market Finds. It's kind of the same idea. You can't find that stuff complete. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
Buying it complete is expensive. So, but for the money I spent on it, you couldn't pass that kind of a deal up. So, very happy with this though. This is, of course, it's just going to go on the shelf like this now, but it's well worth having, and it's really cool. I really do like the look of these sets, and again,
it's a good like conversation piece.
Heck yeah, look at him go.
I mean,
And then you can stop it. Look at him. Rah, rah.
oh boy, it'll fall right off the table.
No, it's fine. I got it. Got it under control. The Firehouse playset at. And this is none other than Milton Bradley's Back Off Buzzard. He flies, he dives, you dodge. It's the motorized escape game. And I think this was done in the 90s?
I think it's a newer
yeah, it was
game.
1990 actually is when this came out.
We've not played this one yet, but I think we're going to have to put it together sometime.
No, we have not. I had to take it apart and fix the motor because the motor was jacked up. But if you can see the back here, it's kind of a neat little 3D, you've got a little temple, you've got some little smaller temples, your figures run around and try to get to the top of the main temple, but the buzzard, if you hit the button on top, it will fly around and it can actually grab the pieces in its talons and either fly away with it and drop it or continue to carry them. It's a very, I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty simple little kid's game, but it was one that, it was $3, and at the time we were, you know, we were still buying board games for board. And that was one that I was like, well, that would be a fun episode of Board because it's just too funky not to buy.
Yeah, I want to see how the buzzard works.
Not well.
Oh,
not
really?
well.
Okay.
Not well. The button thing doesn't work well at all. So, very cool little piece though, and like I said, it'll be featured on an upcoming season of Board somewhere down the line. So you know, look forward to that because it is a very interesting game. But again, just something that I could not pass up for $3. And it was one of the cooler games we found that day, so.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. That'll bring us to the end of this episode of Collection Expansion Extravaganza right here on ToyWorldOrder.com. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching this on the site, just click on youtube.com/ToyWorldOrder and hit subscribe. Helps us out and, helps us out and helps us to continue to do this show for you pretty much now on a weekly basis. Pretty much been so that way. Make sure you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow me at Puppet Duvall, and you can follow this one. You can follow the redheaded at Mrs. Duvall.
I don't really tweet that much.
No, but it's fun. Sometimes she does. It's because it's a response to me and something stupid I've done. 9 times out of 10. So.
10 times out of 10.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, gang, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this show. And as we always say, keep digging because you never know quite what you might find. Take care.